picture.
Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Heather.
And we are
Masterpiece Astrology.
We're here with your forecast Sunday, October 29th through Saturday, November 4th. And we're here to tell you that Sunday and Monday are looking pretty good, aren't they?
Oh, they are fantastic.
Really magical days. It starts out with what? Unicorns and?
Unicorns and rainbows and happiness and it's good.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. And that's a good thing because the rest of the week's going to give us some challenges.
But it's a magical week overall.
It is. I think it is magical. And with magic, there's white magic, unicorn rainbow magic. There's also black magic.
Yes.
And so magic kind of, it covers both. So keep that in mind when we say magical.
And we would like to welcome you back to our show this
Absolutely.
week. You witches, goblins, and all things
Spider-Mans, Thors, all you comic book characters out there. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, can't wait.
Let's get started.
Absolutely. And we even have our crystal balls this week so we can tell you the future. Because it's Halloween, it's spooky season. So that gets right into it. Tuesday is Halloween. It's also the Irish Samhain is the holiday, end of summer. It's thought to be the most liminal day of the year. At night and through November 1st is the day and night when the threshold between life and death is thought to be the most liminal.
The living and the dead.
It's a really...
The veil is thin.
The veil is thin. And it is also helpful for us to gain more insight into our need to heal ourselves, heal others, and gain access to our intuition.
Absolutely.
So Tuesday's feeling really dreamy. I would say till about 2 in the afternoon Pacific time, feeling really inspiring and dreamy. Even after that, because you got Moon in Pisces with Neptune. But Tuesday afternoon, Moon starts to make a contact to Chiron. It's exact Wednesday morning, and that can mean getting in touch with our feeling of woundedness. That's going to kind of set us up for a Saturn-Chiron square with the full moon at the end of the week. And that's just kind of the ouch part of the full moon. The full moon has a lot of magic in it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the 30 for Halloween. Spooky day. Feels good. I think at night there might be a bit of a reality check.
Right.
Yeah. There's some really, just, we might be aware of our weakness at the end of the day, but it's going to feel a good day at night. Just definitely. You need to be kind of...
I think the week is going to be full of intuition and a lot of dreaminess, as Claire spoke of, and creativity, sensitivity, and...
Getting in touch with any kind of spirit guides, any kind of angelic influences, anything that helps you connect with your intuition, your higher self, and engaging with this energy in a positive way. Because the theme of the full moon, which is Friday, Saturday this week, it's extremes. And extremes are good, extremes are bad. Magic is good, magic is bad. Or I hate to say good and bad, black, white, but you know where I'm going. It's that...
Are we wanting to get into just the full moon now, or are we wanting to kind of talk about the week?
Well, I'm kind of rushing into the full moon because it feels kind of big.
I feel
I'm
like
getting carried away with the extreme of the full moon.
It is.
It's so easy to do. I'm doing it right now. So.
But it's actually, like, I think, basically the overlay of the week is that, it's going to be a lot of magical and a lot of intuitiveness. And then, as Claire said, there's a little bit of heaviness that kind of goes along with that and old wounds. But it's all kind of leading up to this super full moon.
Super full moon.
Which is the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Taurus.
Right, and those are the two most extreme fixed signs of the zodiac. And as we pointed out, I was tempted to go there right at the start of our forecast.
And I think we should.
I think we should.
It's the elephant in the room.
It is the elephant in the room. I did not address Wednesday and Thursday because while Monday, Tuesday, dreamy, Halloween, super liminal, very spiritual, get in touch with that liminal side of our life. But Wednesday, Thursday, partnership. Remember we were talking about Mars and the moon?
Right.
And that's Wednesday morning. So before we get to the full moon, we may find in the workplace, if you have Wednesday morning meetings, the need to compromise is going to be there.
But being impatient.
Yes. You're going to be impatient about having to compromise,
and having to compromise is something that are kind of highlighted. And then going into Thursday, we're having kind of a little bit of a challenge.
A bit of an ouch at night.
So it could be, maybe you want to watch a sentimental movie that night, or like an action movie, or just
sci-fi. You said sci-fi is good for Scorpio too.
Yeah, something where you can kind of just zone out.
Yeah, but Thursday could again feel kind of ouch. You might be being reacquainted with parts of you that hurt. So yeah, nothing like a sentimental movie.
Right.
Maybe some popcorn?
Maybe some popcorn.
Chocolate.
Some chocolate.
Okay, that's
some
Thursday.
onion rings.
Now I can go where I want to go. Which
Now,
is
the full moon is probably going to be the bulk of this because there's actually a lot going on
Right.
here. So, the new moon that happened on October 19th, which was about 2 weeks ago,
It was, yeah.
that brought up, there was also like a Saturn trining Uranus. So, it called for us the last 2 weeks. We kind of had to work on our open-mindedness and balance and willing to accept abrupt change and flexibility.
Especially in the area of relationships.
Especially in the area of relationships.
One of the hardest places to have those values.
And with this full moon, we're still working on that, but it's even more so, and it's bigger.
It's bigger, it's really big, because it's not only Taurus, Scorpio, fixed signs that are big, they want to hold on to things, it's also a supermoon. The moon's at perigee with this lunation, and that just means the moon is closest to Earth in its cycle around the Earth. It just happens to be on the day of the full moon. That makes it even bigger. So I would really encourage you all, as you become aware of what hurts this week, or maybe those wounds you might have in your relationships, this full moon will help you be very aware of what those are, because those are things that you really probably need to work on letting go of.
And licking those wounds.
Yeah,
and as you were saying, that this is kind of a shedding of the skin. Scorpio is very much about transformation
Through
and
growth.
feeling a little bit irritated, and it's sometimes a little bit painful as you're trying to scooch out of that skin. The thing that creates most of the pain is resistance, and so it's very important not to hang on and not to resist. Allow the change to happen, because afterwards it's going to be great.
It really will. You can take advantage of all that positive expansion of Jupiter and Scorpio if you choose to let go.
Trust and allow.
Trust and allow.
And
and allow, really, and what you often are allowing is that release of that kind of painful thing you might have been aware of this week.
Yeah.
This is often about relationship too.
Right. So the full moon over the next 2 weeks after November 3rd, which is the full moon, is going to bring about friendship, love, romance, but you have to be patient, open-minded, and flexible. So that could mean that these things come to you in a way that maybe it would be some person that you would never be interested in, but somehow this person has ended up in your life.
Right,
and
it's
so
magical.
You kind of have to be kind of open to having that experience and not trying to make it be more than what it is.
Yeah, I think a lot of times the ego is so afraid of change, it really wants to hold on, thinking that, the ego thinks it knows what's best for us, and that really does limit us. And if you can manage somehow to let go of that ego control over that protective shell that's kind of helping you with whatever hurts you, if you can allow that to release, I'm just suggesting it might feel really good. What's a good metaphor is we were talking about the idea of catching monkeys.
Right.
There's an old monkey trap, and it works for raccoons, in which a banana is put in a jar that has a narrow neck. The monkey can get his hand in. He can't get his hand out, and he's holding the banana inside. And if you let go of your banana, you're free. Just ask you to think about that with this full moon.
And that's also, that metaphor also goes for you people who are also attached with a partner and or married. You have to kind of, there might be something that happens that's sort of abrupt.
Yeah, it could be an
that's
abrupt...
weird. Maybe your partner wants to try something new, and you're like not into it.
That, yeah.
Kind of allow the moment to come in where you're like, okay, maybe I can, think about doing that.
Yeah, because the thing about the magic is that the newness and the shock is made aware to us about how we have to change. The challenge is not to hold on to it. Don't get too attached about, you think this is all, the future is going to be just like this. No, it's not quite like it.
Everything changes and evolves.
Right.
So you can't, that's the thing with the Scorpio and Taurus, is that they're fixed signs and they hate change.
They do. They have a lot of resistance. They are the two signs.
Especially Taurus. But and if you're a Leo or an Aquarius, it's the same thing. It's like a lot
easier though. Fire and air are still fixed. It's slightly unbiased.
I know. All fixed signs have a little box that they're in. Yeah. All signs do. But, a fixed sign is stuck in that box, and maybe they move like one step to the left, and that's their change. That's about where they want to go, but don't push them too
That's
far.
right.
Not too fast and not too far. So
The change is, so I think, again,
it's painful.
it is. Taurus and Scorpio really have trouble releasing. So that's your challenge this week is do not be overindulged with this full moon. Don't take it to any extremes.
Yeah.
Emotional extremes are going to present themselves to you, and you're going to know what they are. We all have an area in life where there's something. Wherever you're feeling that extreme, that's your challenge, not to overdo it. Don't do it. And be prepared to have some fun on Friday and Saturday, because this full moon, it's magical, it's big. Just magic falls both ways, and there can be also sudden gains or losses with this full moon, because Taurus and Scorpio govern money, wealth.
This is a great time to do a manifestation post or kind of a list of things that you want to create in your world, and it may not happen, on the full moon, but over the next, 2 to 3 weeks, even on into the rest of the year.
If you're willing to let go of something, this full moon can bring something really positive in your life.
Yes.
The dreaminess with the Pisces moon early in the week, good time to start letting yourself dream about what you want to manifest.
Yes,
Make a manifestation poster. I know we were talking about how trite that recommendation is. I mean, you hear it a lot in new agey types of magazines and publications and blogs. Manifest. Make a manifestation poster. But this is the week to do it. It will work.
Or list.
Or affirmation. Manifestation affirmation.
Daydream about it. But it's kind of important because the earth element of Taurus kind of needs it in writing or in a picture form.
Taurus and Scorpio.
You need it because it's...
They want to crystallize what's real, and then they want to hold on to it.
The energy,
and we want you to crystallize and hold on to what's really meaningful for you.
Yeah.
So don't get stuck holding on to that banana.
That's right. And remember to taste the rainbow.
Yeah.
And it's rainbows and unicorns this week.
At least early on. All right, so go for the magic. I'd say cut the black magic, go with the white magic, folks, and we'll see you next week. Happy full moon and happy Halloween.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, and with you as well. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.